Hey, Fit Fam, welcome to Diet Free Fat Loss with Coach Fit Pro J. Tonight, I'm going to share with you 5 ways how to be more consistent with your fitness. And then on I Don't Know, Ask Jay, we'll talk about whole eggs versus egg whites. And we'll also talk about how to read nutrition fact labels. And at the end of the show, I'll show you what the bonus is going to be this evening. So make sure you stick around. All right. So, for all of you that don't know me, hi, I'm Coach FitPro J, your diet free fat loss specialist. I have been there, done that, and now I help others do the same. I help people frustrated with the cycle of dieting break the cycle, get results, and never diet again. So, if you'd like to connect with a coach that talks the talk and walks the walk, you can connect with me by visiting fitprojcoaching.com/let's connect. All right, guys, now that that's out the way, let's get into the show. Before we do get into 5 ways how to be more consistent with your fitness, I'd like to ask you, are you being consistent with your fitness? Are you being consistent with your fitness? Go ahead and put in the comments section and let me know if you're being consistent with your fitness. And being consistent with your fitness, that could be on the nutrition side of things and that can be on the physical activity side of things, because that's fitness. Fitness is both. Okay. I've been consistent pretty much with my fitness in regards to working out. 4 days of weight training, 1 day of cardio, and 1 day outside, which is gardening right now since it's nice out. So I've been pretty consistent with that. And I've also been semi-consistent with my nutrition because during the summertime, I take a little bit of a break. But I have been hitting my protein intake goals, and also, which is just over 200 grams for the day. And then I limit sweets to on the weekends instead. Okay, so that's pretty much what I've been doing with my fitness. So, are you being consistent with your fitness? That's what I would like to know. All right, so I'm going to get into 5 ways how to be more consistent with your fitness. The first thing that I wanted to mention, though, about that is you don't have to be perfect to make progress. There is no need to be 100% perfect to make progress. That's on the nutrition side of things and also on the physical activity side of things. We'll get a little bit more into that on number 4 of the 5 ways to be more consistent with your fitness. Let's get into number 1 now on the 5 ways to be more consistent with your fitness. Make only one change at a time. Make only one change at a time. Okay. Um, an example of that, replace one meal. Okay. On the nutrition side of things, make one change at a time. Replace one meal with a less processed one. All right. For example, you can replace that drive-through breakfast sandwich with a smoothie that you make at home. Yeah, that's one change that you can do to eat less processed food. Another thing you can do is try to, when you go out to eat, try a more healthy option. Like Thai food is a good example. Thai food has a lot of veggies in it. Stay away from a lot of the heavy curries and stuff like that, but a lot of the veggies and rice. That would be better than having like Wendy's or Burger King or something like that, that's highly processed. The closer to whole food, the better. So you can make a better option for takeout food. Okay, so make only one change at a time. All right. Another thing you could do is if you need more veggies, okay, you can add a side salad to your lunch or to your dinner. That's how to get some more veggies into you. So whatever you would normally, get for your lunch or for your dinner, add salad to it. You know what I mean? That's going to add a bunch of veggies to your meal. Um, Another thing you can do is try adding organic spinach to your smoothie. So if you do make smoothies, and you should, you make smoothies, throw some spinach in there, some organic spinach in there. I say organic spinach because spinach is high up on the dirty dozen as far as pesticides and spray and stuff like that. You want to stay away from the regular spinach whenever at all possible. Buy organic spinach. But that's a way to add some veggies into your day, is to add organic spinach into your smoothie. You could add kale as well. Spinach tends to not change the taste of the smoothie as much as kale would. little bit different texture too. So those are some examples of making one change at a time on the nutrition side of things. Now I want to talk about the physical activity side of things as far as making one change at a time. All right. One thing that you can do is park further away from the office or grocery store or wherever you're headed, wherever you go. Just park in the boondocks, to walk more. That will get you some more physical activity in. Just park further away. That's all. Nice, easy little change. It will go a long way over time. The other thing that you can do is take the stairs instead of the elevator whenever possible. So you see the elevator bank, you see the stairs, take the stairs. That's another little thing that you can do. All these things add up over time, big time. All right. Another thing you can do on the physical activity side of things, as far as making one change at a time, would be to do a 10-minute workout next to your bed after you get up in the morning. That way it's all done. You get up, maybe use the restroom real quick, and then just, get back in your bedroom, some push ups, some sit ups, maybe even some jumping jacks, jog in place, whatever. Take 10 minutes and do 10 minutes of physical activity next to your bed. And then you're done. You're done for the day. You've done physical activity. Anything you do extra is extra. Okay. That's a nice little change that you can do. It doesn't take much. Another thing you can do is drive straight to the gym. Okay. Instead of going home after work. A lot of people, they go home after work. Guess what happens? They stay home. It's hard to get back out of the house, especially to go do some physical activity you really probably don't want to do. All right. So another change you can do is bring your gym clothes with you in your car, pack it. And then what you want to do is just drive straight to the gym and don't go home yet. Don't go home until your workout's done. All right. So that's another thing that you can do on the physical activity side of things to make one change at a time. That's number one. I don't see any comments coming. I want to know if you guys are actually consistent with your fitness or not. Type in the comments section. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I do interact with the comments after the broadcast is ended. Okay. So go ahead and type your comments in the comments section. Are you being consistent with your fitness? All right. Now I'm going to get into number 2 on the 5 ways how to be consistent with your fitness. Okay. Because that's what we're talking about tonight. Number 2, eat and exercise in a way that you enjoy. Okay, eat and exercise in the way that you enjoy. Um, with a lot of clients, myself included, I like to experiment. I like to just try stuff, see if it sticks, see if it works. There's no harm in trying. Okay, so on the nutrition side of things, what you might want to do to find food that you would enjoy is to maybe make one new healthy recipe a week. Okay, at dinner. Make a new healthy recipe once a week at dinner. And then what you'll do is you'll build up a menu of healthy meals that you do enjoy. The only way to find out is to actually experiment and do it. Have that experience, okay? Um, as a bonus, you could even cook bigger portions at dinner, okay? And then you can pack them for lunch. Then you did some food prep too. Experiment food prep, experiment food prep. So that's something that you can do. Okay, as far as the physical activity side of things, to exercise in a way that you enjoy, experiment again. Okay, mix it up and try different activities. Um, take a class, take a different class. Try some weight training if you haven't. It's very important for your metabolism. Um, just try different things, even activities outside, different physical activities. You can try running, try sports, try a competitive sport or just recreational sport. Try martial arts, karate and whatnot. Try dancing even. You know, all these are fun activities. You don't even realize you're exercising, but at the end of it, you're like, wow, you're full of sweat and you're, get a good heart rate going. So at least make one change, okay, and do something. Experiment with the nutrition side of things or the physical activity side of things. Again, just mix it up and try different things in the kitchen and try different things as far as physical activity and build up a list of foods, meals, or a menu, and also physical activities that you have tried and experimented with and enjoy, and just mix it up, man. Just at least make one change and do something. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a look at this comment section before we get into number 3. If you're just joining us, we're on number 3 on 5 ways how to be more consistent with your fitness. All right, let's see what we got going on in the comment section. Helen, how's it going? Helen, I just met Helen today. Started a new program this week. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We'll have to chat about that. Excellent. All right. Anybody else? Let me know. Are you being consistent with your fitness? Helen's just started a new program, and I'm sure she's going to be consistent with it. All right. So we're on number 3, if you're just joining us, of 5 ways how to be more consistent with your fitness. Number 3, plan ahead so that you're always prepared. Plan ahead so you're always prepared. You know, an example of that would be making a double smoothie in the morning, because remember, you're going to make one small change at a time. Maybe one of those changes is, instead of taking a trip to the drive-through and getting that processed breakfast sandwich, at home you make a smoothie. Well, take it a step further. Make a double portion. Make a double smoothie so that you have a late afternoon snack ready to go. That's you making a smoothie anyway. Stock up on frozen berries and greens and freeze those ripe fruits. Freeze those ripe fruits. I don't know how many times I'll have a bunch of bananas and they're yellow, and then I go and buy some other bananas and they are green, and the yellow ones are pretty much almost gone, and then now I have green ones. If you have a bunch that's really ripe, all you have to do is, before they ripen too much, peel them, break them up into little pieces, and put them in the freezer for the smoothie. Same thing goes with any fruit. Freeze your fruit and you can use it for a smoothie. They'll be ready for another day. So let me get back. So number 3 on 5 ways to be more consistent about your fitness is to plan ahead so that you're always prepared. And again, make a double smoothie in the morning. That way you have another one ready to go. Okay. On the physical activity side of things, as far as planning ahead so you're always prepared, we talk about this for a little bit. Keep a packed gym bag, okay, in your car or by the front door. That way, you leave work, go straight to the gym before you get home, because that's the hardest thing to do, is come home and then get back out to go do physical activity. Okay. So keep a packed gym bag in your car by the front door. Um, if you happen to come home and you have that bag at your front door, you know, treat your house like the gym. You walk into the gym. See, I fooled myself already. Walk into the house after work. You have that bag by your door. Just pick it up and treat your closet or your walk-in closet or your bathroom like a locker room, and just change and then get that home workout done. Just get that home workout done. I mean, hey, if you don't have equipment at home, that's cool. You can do a lot of body weight stuff. If not, that's fine. Change and then just head to the gym. But either way, keep a packed gym bag in your car or at the front door. It'll help you out. That's number 3. Okay. Before I get to number 4, I want to look at some of these comments as well on this. And then again, if you're just joining us, I want to know, are you being consistent with your fitness? Let me know in the comments section, even if this is the replay. Are you being consistent with your fitness? Okay. I want to get into number 4. Number 4 is a biggie. Strive for perfection only 75 to 90% of the time. Again, strive for perfection only 75% to 90% of the time. This is where moderation meets consistency. Oh, do this in moderation. Do this in moderation. Well, I've defined moderation for you. That's 75 to 90% of the time. That's moderation. And I'll break it down even further on the nutrition side of things and on the physical activity side of things in just a second. So we have the moderation range equals 75 to 90%. And then consistency, well, you got to be consistent in order to get results. So being in that moderation range over time, that equals consistency. And guess what? That equals results. Okay. So let me give you some examples of what I mean here. Show you moderation and consistency. On the food side of things, say you eat 4 times a day for this example. You eat 4 times a day. There's 7 days in a week. That's 28 times that you're going to have a meal or a smoothie. Okay. 75% is 7, 10% is 3. So if you're eating 4 times a day, there's 7 days in a week, 75%, the low end of moderation, that means you missed 7 or indulged 7 or a combination of. That's basically one meal a week, or say you're eating 4 times a day, 7 days a week, that's 28 meals. Well, what if you're consistent 5 of those days? That's 20 meals. There's 7 left over on the weekend where you missed or indulged. You're still at 75% if you do 4 meals a day. You're consistent with, you're eating what you're supposed to eat 4 times a week out of 5 days. That's 20 meals or smoothies. And those other 7, if you just miss them or you indulge, that's 75%. Now you don't want to overindulge. That's a different story. Okay. But again, 75% on the low end, you could, kind of have the weekend and you're strict during the week, Monday through Friday. I don't recommend that to make very good results over a long period of time, but it will work for quite a bit. And then 10% of that would be three meals or smoothies missed. So not a big deal. So again, on the nutrition side of things, to be consistent, if you're eating 28 meals a week, you can miss or indulge on 7 of those and still be at 75% consistency or 75% moderation. On the exercise side of moderation and consistency, okay, say you exercise 4 times a week, okay, for a month. Say there's usually 4 weeks in a month. That's 16 workouts a month. So 4 times a week for 1 month, that's 16 workouts. 75% of that is 4 workouts. Okay. 10% of that is 2 workouts. So if you're exercising 4 times a week, every month, you're having 16 workouts a month. If you miss 75% of those workouts, that's 4 workouts that you've missed. So 3 workouts 4 times a week is 12 workouts. 12 plus 4 is the 16. So if you are at 75% of moderation for your workouts and you're supposed to be exercising for a goal of 4 times a week for a month, 16 workouts. If you did 3 times a week workout times a month, that would be 12 workouts. You're still in that low end of moderation, 75%, because you missed 4 workouts. 4 minus 16 is your 12, which is 3 times a week for 4 times. So you get what I'm saying. So strive for perfection only 75 to 90% of the time. So there's your moderation, 75 to 90%. You just got to be consistent with it is all. And if anybody has any questions or any comments on this, please, please, please write something in the comments section. Let me know. Yes, that is a lot of math. I love math. And if you ever have any questions or I go too much, just let me know. I'll slow down and break it down. But that is a lot of math. But that breaks your moderation down with real numbers. If you're just joining us, I am on number 5 with 5 ways how to be more consistent with your fitness. And let's get to number 5. Number 5. Make a mistake, get right back on track. Okay. So with nutrition, if you make a bad choice or have an unplanned indulgence, just keep it moving. Don't look back. All right. Move on to your next meal or smoothie. There's nothing you could do about it. The time's gone. Just move forward. You can't erase what happened in the past. And it's really not a big deal. It's a drop in the bucket as far as everything's concerned. So if you make a bad choice or have an unplanned indulgence, just keep it moving. It's not an all or nothing thing. Not at all. Just move on and do your next meal or smoothie like it's supposed to be. And that's all. Okay. As far as, so that's on the nutrition side of things. On the physical activity side of things, you miss a workout or even a week of workouts. I mean, it happens sometimes. Keep it moving. Don't worry about it. Just continue to move forward. Have some compassion for yourself. it is just a drop in the bucket in the grand scheme of things. You have your whole life ahead of you. Don't worry about missing a week or even two. Just get back on track and make your next workout as good as it can be and continue that trend and just continue to be that 75 to 90% consistent. You'll be all good. Okay. So that is number 5 in the 5 ways of how to be more consistent with your fitness. All right. Before I get into the next segment of the show, I don't know, ask Jay. Okay, I wanted to mention to you there's a bonus that has to do with helping you be consistent at the end of this broadcast, and I will show you how to get it. All right, now I'm going to move on to I don't know, ask Jay. That's the segment where you guys ask me questions about nutrition and fitness. Okay, I have a couple of things for you tonight, but I do want to know for I don't know, Ask Jay for another show. I want to know any questions that are nutrition or fitness related that you would like to ask me. And they'll probably be on the next broadcast or one of the next broadcasts. Okay. Are there any nutrition or fitness related questions that you would like to ask me? All right. So I don't know, Ask Jay. Tonight we're going to talk about what the difference is between whole eggs and egg whites. Okay. What's the difference between whole eggs and egg whites? I am going to share my screen with you on this to show you an illustration. I'll be right with you. Let me get this graphic up for you guys. Okay, here we go. Let me add this. Let me make it bigger for you so you can see it. And get rid of this so you can see that. Okay, here we go. So right here, we have the yolk on this side and we have the egg white on this side. And we have it broken into all these categories. So fat, all of the fat in an egg is in the yolk, okay? But 4.5 grams of it. Saturated fat, there's none in the white and there's about 1.6 grams. And we're talking about a basic large egg here, okay? Cholesterol, no cholesterol in the white. It's all in the yolk. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but that's a different show. Carbohydrates, insignificant. Protein. Okay, here's where it is. So you have 2.5 grams of protein in the yolk and 4 grams of it, or about 4 grams of it, in the white. So there's more protein in the white. But the thing is, the white doesn't have any of the other stuff. There's no fat, no saturated fat, no cholesterol, no carbs, nothing, just straight protein. All right. A serving of protein, by the way, guys, a serving of protein. Let me get me over. Okay, a serving of protein is about 20 grams of protein. Okay, 20 grams of protein for one serving. So when you eat one egg and say you eat the whole egg, you're getting about 6.5 grams, okay, which is just over half a serving of protein. I'm sorry, just over a quarter serving of protein because a serving of protein is 20, okay, 20 grams of protein. You're going to have to eat 5 eggs in order to get one serving of protein. But if you added the yolk in it, you're also going to get all that fat. That's why a lot of people take one egg with one whole egg with the yolk, and then they do the rest egg white. And you see a lot of bodybuilders and fitness people eating egg whites as opposed to the whole egg because the egg white or most of the protein is in the egg white, and you're not getting any of the fat. Okay, so that's keeping your calories in check too. So that's the difference between a whole egg and the white. Okay, so that's that. Next question on I don't know, Ask Jay. Let's see what we're going to talk about here. What should I pay attention to on a nutrition facts label? All right, let me bring that up and let's break this down. Give me just a second to get this graphic up for you guys. Okay, let me move this over here. I'll be right with you. Share this. All right, and let me get rid of this so you can see. All right, so here we have a blacked out nutrition facts label. And we're going to go through 3 labels real quick here. Okay. So the first thing is the serving size. Okay. The serving size, the nutrition facts, the serving size. And he's excited to look at the nutrition facts, but then when he sees what a serving size is, he's like, I eat like 10 of those. How could that be one serving size? You know, that doesn't work. So this is a good thing to pay attention to here. Okay, is the serving size. On the serving size, you have 2 tablespoons, and it usually gives you a cup or a tablespoon or some measurement like that, and then it gives you the grams, the amount of grams of the product. And then you also see calories and calories from fat. All right. The next thing to look for on the nutrition label, besides the serving size, because you're going to know what you're paying attention to and how many servings are in a container, you want to know what you're dealing with the serving size. All right. The next thing is the fat. It's usually broken that you always have total fat on a nutrition label, total fat, which is 16 grams here. But then you also, they don't always state all of these other categories of fat. These first 2 are a harmful fat, saturated fat and trans fat. Your body does need some saturated fat, so you don't want to have 0, but you also don't want to supplement with it either, or you don't want to have too much of it. But saturated fat and trans fat are the labeled as the unhealthy fats. Polyunsaturated and monounsaturated. Polyunsaturated is omega-3 like fish oil, walnuts, salmon, fish, some things like that. And then monounsaturated omega-6 you'll find in like olive oil, things like that. So polyunsaturated, monounsaturated are actually healthy fats as well. So these are things to look for also on a nutrition fact label. The next thing that's of importance here on the nutrition fact label is carbohydrates. And carbohydrates is broken down a couple of different ways a lot of times, but this label happens to, they always have total carbohydrates. Then you have dietary fiber. That's fiber that your body does not digest. Okay, so that term net carbs, I don't know if anybody's heard of that term net carbs. Okay, that's the total carbohydrates minus the dietary fiber because you don't digest that dietary fiber. So there's 4 grams of net carbs in this actual product, just as a little a bonus for you. And then you have sugars, or you would have added sugars. Added sugars you have to watch out for. You don't want to get many added sugars in your diet and what you eat on a daily basis. So that's total carbohydrates right there. And the next thing to look out for is protein. Protein here, okay? 7 grams in this particular label. So that is one type of nutrition label. They come in different forms, and I'll show you briefly real quick here a couple of the other ones. This one here, okay, here's the serving size. It happens to be a bar. This happens to be a Cliff bar, by the way. A serving size, 1 bar, which you'll see it's more like a candy bar. Okay, total fat or fat is 5 grams, and you have the unhealthy fats here, but they don't show you the healthy fats. And then we have total carbohydrates, all right, and then you get the dietary fiber. That's an awful lot of carbohydrates in that bar. And here we look, this is broken down a little different. So you have dietary fiber, and you have sugars, and you have insoluble fiber and other carbs. They just break it down differently. And then of course protein is here. So this nutrition label, all it is just it's horizontal instead of vertical. Okay. The next one that we have is one that you'll normally see. It's it's horizontal and it's all words. Okay, pretty much words and numbers. There's no grid on it. All right. So here, servings and serving size. Serving size, 1 cookie. This happens to be a cookie. Total fat it gives you. Here's your saturated fat and your trans fat, which are your bad fats, your harmful fats. And then total carbs, fiber, total sugars, added sugars. This is what you got to look for, added sugars. So the sugars are actually 9 grams, but the 9 grams are added. And then you have protein here. So these are just a couple of different ways to a couple of different nutrition labels and how to read them and what to pay attention to. If you guys have any other questions on the nutrition labels, please submit it to me. You could put it in the comment section here and I will look at it and I will interact, and maybe your question will show up in the next, I don't know, Ask Jay. All right, let me get rid of this graphic for you guys here. Okay. And let me move something on my screen for myself. All right, so those are the 2 things I have for I don't know, Ask Jay. that actually concludes this evening's broadcast, except for the bonus I didn't tell you how to get yet. But first, the recap. If you're just joining us, we're about to end, but 5 ways how to be more consistent with your fitness. We went through the 5 ways, okay? And then on I don't know, Ask Jay, we talked about whole eggs versus egg whites, and then also how to read nutrition fact labels. All right. And remember, if you guys have any questions, even if this is the replay, go ahead and put it down in the comment section and I will interact with you. And you may have your question featured on a future broadcast. Okay, tonight's bonus. All right. I'm going to give free help with your fitness consistency. So if you're stuck and you don't know where to go as far as your nutrition or your physical activity or exercise because you're not being consistent, you're having trouble, all you have to do is go to fitprojcoaching.com/let's connect. It is a very small, brief form, and state there what your problem is or what you're having trouble with your consistency, whether it's physical activity or it's nutrition. Okay. Go to fitprojcoaching.com/let's connect. And you can either get on a call with me, a video call, you can get on a phone call, or you can go ahead and get your answer via email and I'll correspond with you like that as well. Either one works. I prefer a call so I could see and actually interact with you and really help you out. If not, email is just fine too. But again, tonight's bonus is free help with your fitness consistency. Okay, that's nutrition or physical activity. All right. That is tonight's broadcast. Thank you guys for being here. All right. So again, for all of you guys that don't know me, I'm Coach FitPro J. How's it going? I've been there, done that, and now I help others do the same. I help people frustrated with the cycle of dieting break the cycle, get results, and never diet again. If you'd like to connect with a coach that talks the talk and walks the walk, you can connect with me by going to fitprojcoaching.com/let's connect. And remember, Fit Fam, when it comes to your fitness, keep it simple, keep it moving, and keep it real. I'll see you guys next week on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at facebook.com/fitprojcoaching. Thanks, guys.